Hello guys, today on Kids Dream Toys we got Spot's Magical Christmas by Eric Hill. This is a very long book, Lottie. Did you pick it out?
Yeah.
It was Christmas Eve and Spot was decorating the Christmas tree. It looked very pretty. He thought it'd be perfect with a star on top. I won't get Mom because she's busy wrapping presents. I'm sure I can reach if I just stretch up. Spot's mom, Sally, came in to see what the crash was. Spot, I think you're getting too excited about Christmas. Why don't you go outside and help Dad collect some logs for the fire? All right, Mom, said Spot. I'll finish the tree later. Spot had put on his hat and scarf and rushed off to see his dad. Don't forget to shut the door, Spot, called Sally quietly. But Spot had already closed the door with a nice loud bang and didn't hear what she said. Oh no. Spot's dad, Sam, was loading logs into a basket. Hello, Spot. I thought you were decorating the tree. I was, Dad, but the decorations were getting too excited. Sam smiled. Ah, yes. They do that this time of year. And the strange voice, ahem, excuse me, hello? Spot and Sam looked all around. At first, they couldn't see anyone, but then they realized that there was a head high above the fence. Have you by any chance seen a sleigh? A big red sleigh. A second head appeared over the fence. In fact, Santa's big red sleigh and two heads together. He's going to need it tonight. Are you Santa's reindeer? Asked Spot. That's right. We've lost Santa's sleigh, and if we don't find it, there won't be any presents for anyone. Oh, that's awful, said Spot. What are you going to do? Keep on looking, said the reindeer gloomily, and they disappeared into the woods. You could help by asking your friends if they've seen your sleigh, suggested Sam. I'll try Helen first, said Spot. Look at the house. Helen was in her kitchen making iced cookies. Hello, Helen, shouted Spot. Helen jumped from the icing, and the icing jumped. Helen, Santa's sleigh is lost, and I'm helping to look for it. Have you seen it? Is it big and red? Yes, it is. I thought it would be. No, I haven't seen it, but why don't you ask Tom? I'll come to help when I finish these. Okay, said Spot. I'll take one of these cookies with me. They're not ready, said Helen, but Spot had gone. He took a cookie with him. Tom was putting the paper chains when Spot suddenly appeared at the doorbell. Ding, ding. Tom jumped over the paper chains and jumped and wound themselves all around him. Tom, have you seen Santa's sleigh? It's lost and he needs to deliver the presents. But Tom hadn't seen Santa's sleigh either. Maybe Steve had seen it. You go and ask him and I'll help in a little while. I think your decorations are getting too excited, Tom, said Spot. Steve, are you there? Called Spot, rattling the mailbox. Steve was wrapping a beautiful new ball, which was his Christmas present for Spot. He jumped, and the ball jumped and bounced all around the room. Just a minute, shouted Steve, and finally managed to chase the ball around the cupboard. Come in, Spot. The door isn't locked. Spot explained about Santa's sleigh. I haven't seen a big red sleigh, said Steve, but I have seen a small blue sled. Where? Here, in my own blue sled. Let's take a ride. We should be looking for Santa's sleigh, but, well, all right. Maybe we can look and ride at the same time. Steve and Spot pushed the sled up to the top of the long hill and climbed on. Hold on tight, Spot. The sled started to pick up speed. Helen and Tom appeared at the bottom of the hill. Look out, Helen! Look out, Tom! The sled went hurtling down the hill and came to a sudden stop in a pile of soft snow. That was great, Steve. Let's do it again. We've been looking everywhere, but we can't find Santa's sleigh, said Helen. Have you seen it? Just a minute, said Steve. What's that among the trees? There was something red showing through the bushes.
It might be Santa's sleigh.
It might be. Let's see. Great, you found it, said Tom. But that's not Santa's sleigh, said Spot. No, that's my ball, said Tom. I lost it yesterday. What luck. Can we go for a ride on the sleds now? Asked Helen. Of course, said Steve. Don't be long. Keep looking for Santa's sleigh, said Spot. Helen and Tom pulled Steve's sled up the hill. Your sled is really great, said Spot. I wish I could have one like it. You should have put one on your list for Santa to bring, said Steve. It's too late, said Spot. Anyway, Santa won't be bringing anything this year if I don't find his sleigh. Helen and Tom came whizzing down. Whee, that was fun, said Helen. We didn't see Santa's sleigh, said Tom. Now we'll just have one more ride, said Steve. Let's go further down the hill. Jump on, you two, said Helen. We'll give you a push. Ready, set, go! Tom and Helen pushed the sled off with all their might, and it shot off down the slope, faster and faster, and it didn't stop until it was right among the trees. Whoosh, said Spot. That was a long one. But Steve, look there. Steve turned to look. Helen, Tom, come and see what Spot has found. What is it?
Santa's sleigh.
It's very big, said Helen. And very red, said Tom. It really is Santa's sleigh. Well, said Spot, now we have to find the reindeer. I'll go and tell Dad. It's time they all went home, said Helen. But your dad will know what to do. Good luck, Spot, they shouted as he ran off. Sam was just finishing loading the logs when we found the sleigh, Dad. It's in the woods. Good for you, Spot. But how can I find the reindeer to tell them? Follow their footprints, of course. 2 sets of footprints led clearly the way through the snow. This is easy, said Spot. He put his head down and followed the tracks as fast as he could, in and out of the trees and around in circles until he became quite dizzy. Then suddenly, bump! He stumbled right into some long logs. I'm sorry. I'm looking for you. I think you found us, said the reindeer. And I found your sleigh as well. That's wonderful. Jump on and show us the way. This is even more fun than the sled, said Spot. If you think this is fun, asked the reindeer, you should try the sleigh. Would you like to? Oh, yes, said Spot. Look, we're passing my house now. Let me ask Dad. Sam was doubtful at first. It's getting very late, Spot. We won't be gone long, said the first deer. No time at all, really, said the second deer. All right, Spot, since it's Christmas, said Sam. But you must come back before it gets dark. Thanks, Dad, said Spot. The reindeer were delighted to find that there wasn't a scratch in the sleigh. And you get Spot? Let's go! Look at Spot. What's he doing?
It's funny.
The sleigh gathered speed as it came out of the woods and skimmed over the ground. Spot saw his house with the Christmas tree in the window.
What, not a star?
No. Suddenly they were high in the sky and Spot's house looked over like a little toy. He could see Tom and Helen and Steve's houses and the whole countryside spread over far below. The sky darkened and the lights went on over the village. Then he looked up. Oh, the stars! He likes stars, said the first deer. Then stars it is, said the other deer. The sleigh flew up into the sky into a huge loop and the stars fell sparkling and a great trail all around them. Mountains ahead, called the reindeer. That's funny, said Spot. There are no mountains around here. But sure enough, high snow-capped mountains lay ahead of them. Wow, look at this, Lottie.
A mess.
What?
A mess.
A mess? It looks like a toy shop. The sleigh seemed to slow down and fly among the mountains. At the end of the valley, the sleigh flew right into a cave in the side of a mountain. Spot gasped in amazement. He had never seen so much bustle and activity. Why, it's Santa's workshop, he said. And at that moment, Santa himself appeared from an opening in the rock wall and waved to Spot. Spot could hardly believe his eyes. Now it's time to take you home, said the reindeer. We have a busy night ahead. The sleigh left the cave in the mountains and flew back through the stars to Spot's village and finally landed beside Spot's house. Oh, thank you, said Spot. That was like magic. Well, Christmas is magical, said the reindeer. Spot looked up at the sky. It was still daylight and he couldn't see the stars. When he turned around, the reindeer and sleigh had disappeared. Sam was still standing by the pile of logs exactly where Spot had left him. Hello, Spot. I thought you were going for a ride. Yes, I've been, Dad. It was wonderful. It didn't take long, said Spot. No time at all, really, said Spot. Spot went indoors and told his mom about his exciting adventure. She pulled a large Christmas stocking out of the drawer. I think you need to hang this up, Spot. Santa will be here soon. Spot looked out the window. It was dark. Yes, I know, Mom, he said. But just for a moment, high above the stars, he saw the 2 reindeer and Santa and the big red sleigh. In the morning, there was a very special extra present waiting for Spot. Thanks for reading with us today, guys, on Kids Dream Toys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thanks, Lottie.